So as we are wrapping up the keynotes, I would like to discuss how we can move towards the desired state of the world that everyone can benefit from the CNCF ecosystem. So let's take a moment to imagine what you desire and consider the actions that you can take to make them a reality together. As we can see, the cloud-native ecosystem is growing rapidly. In 2016, there were about 100 projects and products appeared in the cloud-native landscape. In just 9 years, the number has increased to around 900. Additionally, the number of the CNCF-hosted projects is also increasing rapidly. There are now over 200 projects. The large number shows how successful the ecosystem is, and you may wonder why it succeeded. One of the reasons for the success is the famous saying, "Standing on the shoulder of giants," attributed to Isaac Newton. It suggests that progress and new knowledge are built upon the foundation of past achievement, allowing individuals to reach to new heights and make significant contributions. When we apply it to the cloud-native technology, we see that it starts from the ground up. Container technology is built on the Linux technology like C groups and layered file systems. By abstracting these technologies, we can now utilize them as containers. As the number of containers and hosts increases, the need for a container orchestration engine arises. Kubernetes is created for that purpose, but once we can manage distributed systems with it, we made the concept reusable for another purpose beyond container by introducing CRD. Similar idea was explained in previous KubeCon presentation by Dan Kohn in 2019. In his presentation, he used metaphor of Sid Meier's civilization and Minecraft. In civilization, to unlock the new civilization, you need to fulfill certain conditions in your current civilization. In Minecraft, to craft an advanced item, you must first create its dependencies. Both are good examples of technology trees that shows a huge chain of underlying technologies. If you have game guides, you can see the rock tree of civilization and crafting recipes, making it easy determining your next steps. However, in the real world, the future technologies are unknown, so we also need to consider another perspective. Without knowing the future, it's like we are placing next building blocks like Tetris. Doing it in the right way is already a challenging game. Moreover, it's not a single-player game, but many contributors and users are playing at the same time. It makes it even more challenging to place next building blocks in the right position. It's like a distributed system where many individuals are working concurrently. The key to solving the problem can be found in how we address the challenges of distributed systems. One of the concepts for solving the problem of distributed system in Kubernetes is reconciliation loop. Instead of defining specific action to take, it defines a desired state. Once the desired state is defined, we keep observing the current state, check the gaps between the two, decide action to align them, then take actions. This approach is robust to changes in the current state, even when many people are making changes at the same time. So defining the desired state, sharing it with everyone, and collaboratively working towards the goal together is the key. It's not only a fundamental aspect of Kubernetes behavior, but also plays an important role in the development process of Kubernetes. One example is Kubernetes Enhancement Proposal, or KEP for short. When developing a new feature, we write a KEP before implementing it. The beauty of the KEP structure is a clear separation of the what and the how. First, we define and agree what is desired and why it is important. Then we discuss how to implement it. The advantage of this approach are, first, it provides many opportunities for feedbacks and suggestions, increase the chances of meeting diverse needs. Second, if the goal seems difficult to achieve at the moment, technology trees may evolve to make it possible in the future without compromising the goal. You may then wonder why such collaboration happened in the CNCF ecosystem in the first place. In my opinion, this is because we share a common final goal and mutual understanding on how we should behave to achieve it. The final goal is described in the cloud-native definition, and how we should behave is described in the code of conduct. I will not read the entire text, but I encourage you to review it later. A key part of the cloud-native definition is that we are working to make cloud-native ecosystem technologies accessible for everyone. Also, a key part of code of conduct is that we should respect all people who participate or contribute. In summary, the CNCF ecosystem is growing rapidly because we are standing on the gigantic existing technologies. In addition, we share the same final goal in the cloud-native definition, and every contributor acts in a good manner as defined in the code of conduct. To achieve the final goal, we are open to discussing what is needed and how to achieve it. If you are okay with the existing technologies that are not perfectly suitable for your needs, you can choose just to use them and cross your fingers for your need and wait for it to be improved as you desire. But it is less likely that change will happen unless you share how you are using it and what is missing and what you would like it to be. So if you hope for the CNCF ecosystem to meet your needs, your contribution matters. Some examples of contributions and background have already been shared in the other keynotes, so you can make them as a reference. And I missed a chance to share my own, but I believe it should be okay for my company for marketing purpose. Okay, so now is the time to call for action. Open source is free in both senses, the free beer or freedom. You can choose to just use it at no cost or actively contribute to improve it as you desire. As clearly described in the code of conduct, there are so many ways to contribute, which includes contributions without writing code. You can report issues, post feature requests, and update documentation, including translation. Just adding a thumb up emoji to GitHub issue that interests you can influence our future. Submitting pull requests or patches is highly encouraged because the more people work together, the more can be achieved. To support these kind of activities, it is already explained by Kohei and Mori-san. Upstream training in Japan to help newcomers getting started with contributing. If you are interested in it, we have both sessions about upstream training at noon, so please attend it. Attending conference or events is also important, and you are already here in KubeCon, So you've already made a great start. So why not take the next step? Share what you think is needed and work together to make it come true. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the rest of KubeCon.